Okay. Welcome, everybody. Pancho,
Hello.
Rosa,
Hello.
Garrett. Garrett, nice to see you again this week. Judith, hello. Nice to see you. Didn't see you before. I'm letting in some more people, so let me see. Admit. I think I have everyone in now. Okay, Michael, my brother. Mark.
Hey, Mark,
Nice to
hey.
see you, Mark. Tony. So, welcome everybody. Nice to see all the smiling faces. Garrett, give me a smile. So, welcome to this open Zoom meeting. Yeah, this is it. Sitting in a Zoom meeting in front of a screen, watching, smiling, sounds, maybe excitement, wondering what is going to be said or not, wondering if I like it or not. Just simply, utterly this already. This is it. And there's no one separated from this or behind this, doing this. There's no one doing the attending. There's no one doing the seeing. There's no one doing the listening. There's just simply this, sitting in a Zoom. This is it. And there may be a sense that there is a me listening, seeing this. That's it too. That's just simply whatever, ever. There's just this, whatever is happening or not. Simply, plainly this. It's not hidden. It's not secret. It's everything. And at the same time, it's not a thing. But then again, saying that there's just this is just this. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't help you, as there is no you and this. But there may be a sense that this is helpful. Well, that's it too. Thinking or feeling that this is helpful may happen innocently, effortlessly. And there's no one here helping a you over there. As there's no me here and a you there. That's just simply this. So, and we can call this a belief or a conclusion or philosophy. Giving this a name is this already. Calling this boundless energy or life or awareness or God or nothing or everything is already just simply this. There's no one giving this a name. The name giving is this. It's just simply innocently happening. And we can call this an apparent happening or an illusion or a dream. It doesn't matter. Calling this a dream or an illusion is this. And there's no difference between thinking this is real or not. Just simply whatever is happening or not is this already. So, anything coming up? Anyone wants to say something. I mean, anything can happen. Questions, comments. I don't like this, Sander, what you are saying. To me, it sounds totally like bullshit. I mean, anything can come up.
Yeah, Sander. I think that this is bullshit.
Well, great.
Well, great.
You want an award? I mean, well,
Yes,
yeah.
I mean, well, yeah.
Sorry, Amor. Well, yes. I mean, calling this bullshit and not liking this is this already. There's no one here asking someone over there to like this. There's no one here selling this. This is not some type of ultimate truth which is seen here. This is just simply this already. Saying that there's just this is just this. Equally saying there is more, there's something behind this is as much this as saying there's just this. And the liking of this message or not is just this. And there's nothing wrong. It's the same with liking vanilla, ice cream, or chocolate cake. Just simply what happens. And not liking this may change in liking this or having interest in this. And there's nothing which is this already. There's not a thing called this. So keep your eyes on the road, Amor. No, but you know, anything may happen, you know, liking this, not liking this, thinking it's crazy, or calling this a philosophy or a concept of a belief or a conclusion, or yeah, anything may happen. Rosa, you raised your hand.
Yeah,
Where
I
are
love
you?
raising my hand and giving
Are you
hearts
getting
for
manners
no reason.
out of, you know?
No, I'm curious, just popping up. Pancho. Pancho, sweetheart, what's going on there?
I want to ask a question.
I'll give it a
I
try.
am from Mauritius. It is so in the Hindu tradition, they say that the nothing, the God, the consciousness is dreaming the universe.
Yeah. And what about that? Yes. I mean, yeah.
Is it?
Well, yeah, you know, thinking that this is a dream, that consciousness is dreaming this, or that there's some type of dreamer doing this, or yeah. I mean, there's no argument coming now. That's just simply what seems to be happening, that this is consciousness or this is a dream.
So what you're saying is there is no separation, everything is one, and there is no free will.
Yes.
There is no free will. The individual self has no free will.
Well, there is no individual self.
Apparently there is.
So
apparently there is.
Sorry, come again, Poncho?
Apparently, it appears there is an individual self. Pancho is an individual self. Apparently, it appears.
Yes.
And that individual self has no free will. That apparent individual self has no free will.
Well, thinking or believing that there is an apparent self who has free will or not is already just this. So the believing or the seeing or the claiming that there's a separated Pancho having a free will or not is already just simply this. there is no separated Pancho or individual self behind the idea that there is a separated self with free will or not already. So thinking or believing that there is a separated self called Pancho, or calling it an apparent separated self who has no free will, or who has free will, is just simply this.
So what is the, in what way can we apply this your formula, if I may say, your
In no
what
way.
way can we apply?
No, in no way can you apply this. It's very difficult because there's no one able to apply this. But then again, trying to apply this, you know, thinking there is a disc called something which you can use, which is something which can be helpful for me, is this already. So objectifying the suggestion that there's just this and making it to something which you can use for your benefits, is this already. There's no one to use this. There's just this sitting and asking questions is already not usable. This is it. The wondering, how can I use this, or how can this be useful to me, is already just simply this.
For me, what I will say is that we must understand that this is it at each moment. Then there
We
is
lost you.
less suffering, then there is peace.
May I say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rosa, of
Pancho,
course. Jump in.
Pancho,
Yeah.
every thought
Yeah.
which is popping up there, every idea, every question, is it already? It's this already, in this directness, boom. Nowhere to go, no understanding, full on understanding, same thing. Just looking, talking, that's it. Thanks for sharing.
So Pancho, wanting to use this to create a better world or more peace, and thinking this is something which you can use to be a better human or to create a better world, that itself is this already. It's just what's happening. Believing that this is something which will bring peace into the world, or which can help me, is already innocently this. The belief or the idea or the thought that this is helpful or this can be helpful is this. And there's no way out, as there's already no one doing the believing or the thinking. Whatever is happening or not is innocently falling like rain or blowing like the wind. So thinking there is something which is non-duality, and when I get that, I can use it, and everybody will be happy, and I will see flowers everywhere, is this already. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with whatever is happening or not. Trying to do something to create a better world, or to create less suffering is already just simply this. And trying to do this by going to meetings or by reading books or by doing sadhana or whatever is already just simply this. Thinking there's a you able to do something in this world, thinking there is a you and something which is called a life or a world is this already. That's just simply this. We can call it life, and there's no one having a life able to change it.
So when we understand deeply that this is it, everything is it, then there is peace. Otherwise, there is suffering.
Well, I won't say that it's like that, no. But of course, there may be an idea when you get this, everything is peaceful. Is this already? There's not something which you can get. As there's not a you and something else. There's just simply this. And there's no one able to get this. Or to reach this. Thinking this is reachable or gettable is already just this.
Hey, Sander.
Hadar, welcome.
Yeah.
Nice to see
Hi.
you.
Hi, everybody. Happy to
Hey,
see you.
sweetheart.
Yeah. I wanted to say that even understanding this less or more, or just understanding less or more, that it's not about understanding. It's already this understanding. It's this, and it's not about quantity. If I understand less or more, or I know more or less, everything is this.
Oh yeah,
So
totally.
you cannot count it, you cannot compare it, you cannot have it more, have it less, because it's already this. So
It's
it's not
already
about
everything.
understanding.
Yes. It's not about understanding or not understanding, but trying to understand it, or the absence of that need is equally just this.
Yeah, it can happen.
So doing your best to get this is just this.
And it's wonderful,
Yeah,
trying to get it and again,
beautiful.
climbing the mountain again and again,
Yes.
until I reach it, and then I'm there. And so I'm just watching the view, and the effort is nice. Everything is nice. The view, the effort.
Yes, and there may be
Yeah.
even a sense, I got it. There may be even a sense, well, now I understand it. Well, that's it too.
And
Thinking
then
that
it's
there is,
disappear.
yeah,
I got it, and then that's it. Boom. Even
yes,
that thought it disappear.
exactly. Thinking this is understandable or not is already this. Thinking there's a you who's able to see this or to get this or to understand this or not. So, or the opposite, that there's no one to understand this and no one to get this is equally just this.
Yeah. I call it magic.
Well, beautiful. I mean, magic, boundless energy, timeless wonder,
Or
life.
bubblegum.
I mean, giving it a name is this already. There's not something behind this which is given a name. The name giving is this already.
Yeah.
Yeah, and magic, wonderful.
Being able to do all these things, to look for, to find, to move, everything is like, woo, one big party.
Or
Or
Amor would say, what a shit show.
which is shit show. Oh, when it's a shit show, it's a full-on shit show. This is a party, shit party. It's not a shit show, it's a shit party.
Pancho, how would you say call this? Magic, shit show, bubblegum, or
Smoking the cigarette.
I will call it the Lila.
uh-huh.
Play. Lila is a play. It means the play
Yeah.
in India.
And here it
Yeah.
means the dog of my friend is called Lila. So
So yeah, Pancho, there's just basically Lila. And there's no one in the Lila or doing the Lila. There's just the play. There's no players. This is just playing on itself. There's just Lila. And this Lila is blindly itself, so to say. It's playing on its own. And even the idea
Shining.
that there's a you doing this is just Lila, so to say.
It's a shining Pancho. Shining is Pancho.
We can call it Lila or Maya. Or a dream. It doesn't change anything. I mean, you can call it real or life or Lila or Shiva or Brahman or Atman or awareness or consciousness.
hey, stop! I cannot follow anymore with these confusing words there.
I mean, it's just languaging, just words.
So many words for the same thing, and it's so hard to be expressed. This is crazy.
Yeah.
You can find a lot of words, but cannot express it really. Because it's
Well,
all this.
it's all this. So, I mean, the not able to express this is this already. There is just the expression, so to say.
Yeah.
And there's no one able to express this or to not express this.
Pancho, I have a question, Pancho. Do you think, believe, or feel that there is no separation? Not two.
Intellectually, I understand it using the dream analogy. Very clear. And intellectually, it is very clear. But only intellectually, I use a dream analogy, it becomes clear. But only intellectually, I do not see it.
But there is the idea that this must be felt, right? That there is
No.
this.
No,
No?
no, no, no. I have rejected seeking. I no longer seek now. I no longer seek. I just accept.
Enjoy.
Lila.
Enjoy the game. Yeah,
This is
beautiful.
good. Enjoy the game.
Yeah.
And we should not take life seriously. We should not take life seriously.
Well, why not? This may happen.
Yeah, but this is a suffering. If you take life seriously, this is a suffering.
No. I don't agree. It's not suffering to take life serious. It's just what it is, taking life serious.
Well, it's not about doing something or doing nothing. It's not about not taking life serious or not. So taking it seriously or not is just innocently happening or not. There's just simply no one doing this already. Whatever is happening or not is already innocently this. There's no one able to take this serious or not. But at the same time, finding this very serious or not is equally just this. And there's nothing wrong with finding life serious or not. Just what's happening. Taking a non-duality meeting or a gathering on Zoom very serious and thinking that there is something to get here is just this, or the absence of those ideas, beliefs, or needs. And there's no one to escape what already is just simply this. Taking it serious or not, this may change. Finding this very serious may suddenly change in finding this a load of bullshit. It may happen. Waking up tomorrow and thinking, wow, what a crap. I never go to such a meeting anymore. It may just simply happen. So this is not about doing or not doing.
I love it when
Pointer
you
left
say,
the building, I guess.
huh?
Oh no, he's here. No, there was a. I had a
Amor
problem.
is hopping.
So yeah, anything may happen. Suffering, liking, not liking, crying, frustration, anger, wanting to get something, not wanting to get something, trying to get something, thinking this is gettable or not. Anything may just simply happen. Innocently and effortlessly. And there's no one behind this, doing this or not doing this already. This is it already. Tony, you're
Hello.
waving, we want to say something.
Yes. I want to say thank you. Thank you, all of you, and especially to Sander for inviting us weekly and for your words. It's incredible how listening the same is never boring and never tiring. Instead, it's a joy for laughing, and at the same time is moving to tears. There are not words now. That's and it's not understandable. But this melody, this resonance, is the best. It's the best. Not understand at the same time. Wow, participating, breathing, resonating. What else? What else? Nothing else is needed. This not knowing, sharing, this not knowing with everybody and nobody. What else? Any else is needed. No, only this. Always only this. But during the day, sometimes there's tiredness or maybe boredness. But no, now, with all of you, I listen to you. What else? Nothing is needed. It's really this. Only this. Thank you very much.
Thanks for sharing, Tony.
Oh, Tony, sweetheart, so beautiful. Yeah, the same here. I just love Zander too. And all of you, of course.
Yeah, what a beauty, saying we love each other or we hate each other.
Same.
I mean, anything may happen, right?
Right.
Love can turn into hate for no one, by no one. I mean, anything may happen.
Yeah.
From loving your wife to trying to kill her or whatever. Or the other way around. This just plays freely. And of course it may sound strange, but anything may just simply happen. Love may turn into hate. Hate may turn into love. Anger may turn into silence. It's just simply this.
So here it doesn't feel it turns to.
No, I mean, turns to is maybe, but you know, words are always
Yeah, it's difficult.
difficult. I mean, nothing, in a way, nothing is changing. Nothing is happening.
There is so much love in it. And I was surprised this week to see that when it's not heard, it's not heard. The saying, you know, what we are like somehow what we are sharing here. This love, you know, so it's always, it's everywhere, but when it's you can communicate with different characters, and when it's not heard the same, it's not heard the same way. And so there is appreciation actually for that, that we can even share that, you know, there is something we're sharing that we express in words, but there is this love everywhere, and we can talk about it. So this is you know, it's really a big appreciation for that.
Yes, beautiful.
Mm.
Thanks, Hadar.
Yeah,
Michael.
Hadar,
Oh,
beautiful.
sorry.
So there is a lot of appreciation here, but if you're speaking with somebody that they're not resonating with this, the appreciation can also be there.
Oh yeah, totally.
So we're appreciating here and saying, and I do appreciate here, and somehow make a distinction that there's something here that is causing the appreciation when it's not, because it's just what's happening here.
Yes.
And outside, where it's just happening there, where nobody's likes this stuff or whatever, they're really negative, whatever. That's what's happening there. And none of that has anything to do with appreciation. There may be appreciation here, there may be appreciation there, but there's no separate between here or there.
Well, and there's no one actually appreciating or resonating already. So it's hard to make someone appreciate this or not.
Right.
And it's not about appreciation or not.
Right.
I mean, resonating with this or not resonating with this, so to say, with this message or suggestion or whatever you want to call it, is just innocently happening or not. And there's just no way to do something about it. But then again, trying to spread this message, so to say, is just what seems to be happening. There seems to be a love for this message. And the love for this message is as innocently as the message itself. And it doesn't bring anything, actually. Michael, I didn't hear you. What's up?
I hear. Already. Whatever. Liking, not liking, hating, thinking they're stupid, thinking they're brilliant, resonating, not resonating, words or no words. Yeah, this doesn't depend on words, but words are free to arise. This doesn't depend on feelings, but feelings are free to arise.
Yeah, this doesn't need a you already. The idea that this needs you is already you-less. Whatever's happening is already me and you-less already.
Yeah, and without me and without you, there's just this.
Yes. The trying to get rid of the self is already selfless.
I like, Sander, this new term, you-less and I-less.
Yeah.
It's good.
You know what popped up here, Michael, while listening to you? Talking about is just this. Also listening to Sander, it makes the impression that there is something to get with it, which is just this.
Yes.
So it's simply not needed to say just this.
Oh no.
I mean, it's just like putting it into words.
Yeah, I know.
This, yeah, like Sander is saying, just this has no meaning at all.
Yes.
And
Yes.
just this is not a thing
No.
which you can put in your pocket. And me-less, you-less, it's just simply not two already. There is no separation.
Yes.
There is just full-on aliveness playing out as it plays out. Everything is it already. There is no escape.
Yeah.
And every word is simply too much. And it's already. Every word is nailing this. Boom, 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 boom. No way to get it wrong. No way to get it right. Just this. Just a big smile.
Yeah, Rosa, I know what you mean. Here it was coming up today. Everything is it already, and there's no it.
Yeah. This is really like when you everything's like just this, and there's okay, you know. But it's just,
Well,
it's funny.
There isn't a thing called just this. There isn't a thing called just this or no thing called just this. But then again, thinking that there is a thing called this is this already. So objectifying just this into something which I can get and I can feel that it's just this, or I can know that it's just this, is this already. So making this into an object or something which you can find is already this. But this is already not hiding. This is already this. This is already it. The wanting to get this is already simply everything. Completely.
Yeah, of course. How can it not be this? No way to miss it because it's everything already.
May I say something? Just this
Of
is not
course.
a thing, but every happening is it. Every happening is it.
Well, saying every happening is it is this. So saying every happening is it is this already. I mean, saying it's all this or it's something else is this too. I mean, there's no difference. Garrett, how are you doing this week?
Well, I've had better days. I've been arguing with my wife quite a bit.
You said you have been arguing with your wife?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
No, it's not that beautiful though.
No, but I mean, yeah. What's happening arguing with your wife is this too.
I was writing down what I listen to you say sometimes. I thought it might be useful. If I was arguing with my wife, I could maybe say,
It's just this.
no,
Argue.
you want an award?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, you know,
I don't think that would help, would it?
No. Maybe next time you can ask me, I can tell you that it will not work.
I'm not going to risk it.
No. No.
Sometimes I've got to make a lot of decisions, and apparently there's nobody there to make the decisions. And often I am leaving the decision to the very last minute, and then it just happens.
Yes.
It's yes, or it's no, or it's left, or it's right.
Yes.
It just seems to happen. Not necessarily the right decision in the end, but
Yes.
so that's all I've got to say really at the moment.
Yeah, you know, having doubts about if it's the right decision or not, or claiming it to be the wrong decision or not, all that is just innocently
What happening?
what happens, as is the expressing, as is the decision itself, as is the talking about it. It's already just this already, and trying to use this in an argument is equally just this.
But I'd like to say regarding arguing with one's wife and benefit from whatever this is, whatever's going on here. When I go to these meetings, when I'm going to call practice this stuff. That's the way I look at it. I'm engaged in it. When I am with my wife and we are arguing at times, it's not that I try to tell her any of this stuff, but there's a knowing over here that this is just what's happening. Out of that, without saying that to her at all, just knowing that here in the way that I'm experiencing it now, if this is just what's happening, then as I look at her and myself arguing and whatever, this is just happening, which then there's no need to defend anything anymore. And I can drop that. And so there's great benefit in when I'm arguing with my wife or my son or anything, for me, the understanding of this, well, whatever it is we're talking about, whatever is talking, does to me have great benefit in this so-called illusion, which seems really real, that it has great benefit. And so there is, I'm saying, this can be used. All this, or all that is this, is usable in that way, is usable in the contraction. That I use that word, it's usable in the contraction. So it does have great benefit if that's, that's what you're looking for.
Yes.
Well,
yeah, I agree with you there, Don. Yeah.
Well, finding this useful or claiming this to be useful or seeing this as something which can be used and which can be beneficial and finding it beneficial, all that is just this already. Just what's happening. Finding this beneficial in relationship and claiming this to be helpful is already innocently this. So even if there is a using of this, there's no one able to use this. But at the same time, using this is this already.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong. It's just simply what's happening, so to say. So seeing that there is no one so-called doing this, or seeing or claiming it's all innocently happening, may be found helpful. That's it.
Yeah, it does feel a little better then, yeah. I've tried that, so it does help 10%.
Yeah, and it just simply, there's nothing wrong with trying to use this. Like I said in the beginning, trying to use this is this already. There's no one able to use this as there is no separated you and this. But finding this useful is innocently this too.
Yes. When you said the word earlier about resonate, can you identify a person if they have if there's resonation or not? I had that stroke, so I can't say the words very clearly now, but can you tell by looking people that they have experienced the resonant?
No.
No.
Because there's already no one resonating. There's no one to recognize anybody else.
No.
Here there's no seeing of someone who has gained this or has recognized this. That's just simply whatever is happening. It's already empty, so to say. There's already no one behind this. So trying to see, trying to find, how you call it, signs that someone has gotten this. Is this already? I mean,
well, no signs, but when you and your colleagues are smiling and laughing, do you think that's, well, not a sign, but tell what I'm getting to? I can't imagine Rosa and yourself and Tony and Michael, so on the phone to each other, arguing and shouting and
Yeah, Gareth, I get it. Yeah, Sander and I talk almost every day, and it never gets old. It's always fresh. It's always fresh and alive. Nothing is off limits. We cover a huge range of topics, and none of it matters.
yeah.
Yeah, Tony.
I would like to say about the sharing and the resonance. We like to speak or to share with people that in some extent are in this, sharing this language, so to speak. But the opposite of the resonance or the resonance may be the opposition, the tension. The tension is lovely. Music is tension. Architecture, geometry is tension. Tension is a kind of resonance. Arguing is also this. It's the same sharing. Maybe not so comfortable, but doesn't matter. It's the same. The same arguing is resonating.
Sometimes I'd rather not resonate.
we prefer resonate with good mood, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, really. Everything resonates. Tensions, numbers, colors. Is an expression of this, that it's not a thing, but is this. It's not a thing. It's nothing. What else? Nothing else. Everything is included. Arguing is beautiful. Even hating, to hate. That's awful, but it isn't. It isn't, because that happens. Everything that happens, apparently, is sharing, is breathing, is being, and not being at the same time. Then, wow.
Yeah, I understand. I think my internet is coming and going. I remember.
That's okay.
I remember one time Kenneth was talking back and forth to one of the students, and Frank told him to F off. So I agree what you were just saying then, Tony, about everything is can't say the words of it. Everything is natural.
Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
Sorry, come again, Garrett. You said F off to who?
I remember the speaker was Kenneth from Ireland, and he said to the guy, "How many times do I have to explain it?" And he told him to F off because he kept asking the question back to him. You know.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, anything may happen, of course. I mean, there's no difference, like Tony is saying. Hating, loving, liking, arguing, discussing, defending. It's all just simply this already.
Yeah.
And there may be you know, there may be a preference for loving instead of hating. Well, that's it too. I mean, preferences are equally innocently this already.
And the
Thanks.
sharing can be, sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you carry
No,
on.
I'm just saying the sharing can be in so many ways. It doesn't need to be in this only in this language.
No.
So if someone doesn't understand this language, there is so many other languages to speak with and to share, and we don't need words even. And
Dancing.
just yeah, being together, watching the sun, or just going shopping and everything. So this is sharing. This is love. We don't need to explain anything.
No.
Yeah.
We can talk about the weather. It's the same.
Exactly.
Whatever is happening or not is already not two.
For
A
example,
lot of
here,
yeah.
here is a curiosity popping up, Hadar, sweetheart, sorry, about Judith. Judith, are you
Judith,
German?
yes.
No?
You're muted,
Can you hear?
Judith.
Maybe you can. Yeah, I'm just
Can
curious.
you hear me now?
Yeah,
Can you hear
yeah,
me?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
Hungarian.
Hungarian. Okay, cool. I
Oh,
wondered.
well, that's
Yeah.
nice.
So what about resonance, Judith?
Yeah. Well, what I can say, well, my husband asked me in the morning, I have my headphones on and listening to Tony or you guys or whatever. And he says, what are you listening to? The most beautiful music in the world.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Great.
I can, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
just in loveness, all in loveness with this.
Beautiful. Yeah, totally. It's like so innocent, easygoing like music. Loving
Yeah.
this music channel or not.
No choice.
No choice. It's really just about the dance or
Yeah.
not the dance or the chill out or whatsoever. Yeah.
You know, what is popping up here, Judith?
Yeah.
I met my wife 30 years ago in Hungary.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
At
That's
the Balaton Lake.
wow. Yeah. It used to be 30 years ago. It used to be better though than now. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice to hear that.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. Yeah. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Michael, sweetheart, are you there finally? Did you make it? I can't believe it. Boom.
I did. I was really confused. I was thinking, God, am getting old.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I am
You're
so-
getting old.
I am getting old. Oh my God. I thought, I wonder if it was like I was in Twilight Zone. I said, my wife usually helps me with these things, and I didn't inform her of what was happening, I guess. But it was really confusing to me. I'm easily confused. I am so sorry for that.
Oh,
It
no
wasn't
problem.
intentional. You are both so sweet.
You too, sweetheart.
No. Is there a topic today?
Well, not really. So there's just simply what's coming up, Michael. So whatever is coming up there, if there is a need to share. So there's just simply this, talking on Zoom, sitting, watching, words, sounds, bodies moving, questions, answers, laughing, just simply whatever is happening, what's coming up. Anything coming up,
There's
Michael?
faces. I'm sorry.
Anything coming up? Anything you want to share?
Oh, I'm delighted to see faces that I haven't seen before. It's like galaxies swinging into view. I find myself wondering about who they are and what their travails have been and travels. Of course, there's the assumption that they're all either seekers or finders.
Well,
I've been thinking.
there are,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
well, there are no seekers or finders already. So that's there's maybe
Okay.
seeking and finding, but there is no one seeking or finding already.
Okay. Okay. I've been thinking a lot lately about the assumption that we can know anything, that any definitive statement about our condition is illusory, that it comes from within our condition. I listen to people, especially young people, who have websites and talk about this with such authority, and they answer questions and quite often with, it seems, almost the assumption that they know the answers. And I'm thinking all the time that what can be known about a condition that doesn't exist? How can we form any conclusion about this mysterious condition from within the condition itself? To me, it's akin to being in a nighttime dream, wondering what's going on. And that's as close to an analogy that I can think of. I know in my nighttime dreams, not so much lately, but I would get lost. I just was trying to get home. And if I found my car, I couldn't find my car keys. If I got on the freeway, I didn't know where to turn off. The town that I was in was unfamiliar, and I would look for something familiar to find my way home. And I think that's the human condition. We just want to go home. I wrote something on my webpage today about the prodigal son that wanders like the wandering Jew, trying to find their home. And of course, we have no home here. That's where I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Or there's just a home. There's no one having a home. I mean, we can say this is just home already. It's no one's home. But I want to come back a little bit, Michael, at what you were saying, young speakers, because I saw a bit of the talk you did yesterday, or you were in with Izzy Cloak, and
yes,
and you were saying, well, that's just another landing. That's just a conclusion to me. Well, you know, and you know, saying it's all boundless energy and finding that a conclusion or calling it a landing is just simply this already.
Even that seems to be a conclusion to me.
Oh yeah, totally. Yes, totally.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I'm not. This is not a disagreement. So it's just simply what seems to be happening. even calling that a conclusion is a conclusion.
Of course.
So
And even
what's the
that,
problem?
well, the problem in quotations appears to me that any conclusion could not be true. Well, we don't know what truth is.
Well, that's
That
another
anything,
conclusion.
of course. Yeah, that I always qualify that with what I'm saying as being just another conclusion. It seems to be imaginary conclusions all the way down.
Yeah.
There's nothing to hold on to. Nothing. When people say this is it, or and of course, this by definition is this, and it is by definition it. This is it really says nothing.
No,
It
no,
says
exactly.
it
doesn't say anything. So this was also mentioned in the beginning of this talk. Saying there's just this doesn't mean anything. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't bring anything. Saying there's just this, or saying it's boundless energy, or it's timeless wonder, or it's the brain, is just simply this already. And thinking it's a conclusion or a concept or belief is equally just this already. This is it.
I think that's where we differ, Sander, is that by saying this is it, assuming that there is a this to be it, when those are just names, just labels applied to a generalized, objectified perspective that's trying to see itself. I don't think we can. I think nothing can be said about a condition that has no actual reality at all. We are mental fabrications, and we live in a mentally fabricated what? I just went slurry on that. Fabricated, a mentally fabricated pseudo-reality composed of nothing but words and names.
Well, that's another assumption or conclusion or statement.
Oh, of course.
There's no ground.
Of course.
So, I mean,
Of
there's
course.
only whatever is happening. You can call it words or beliefs or thoughts or ideas or concept or constructs. I mean, it doesn't. You can call it a dream, an illusion, you know, a projection. It doesn't. It doesn't change whatever is happening or not, or is believed to be happening, or is seen to be happening, or is imagined to be happening, or is projected to be happening.
Yeah, again, that's a conclusion about something that doesn't exist. I don't think we have a way to grapple with this. Our language is our limitation. We are limited to words. That's what confines and defines us. There's no way out of this, out of the language perspective. We are the language perspective, and which consists only of names that are mistaken for actual things. I think we can flirt or even skirt around this a little bit, but then it becomes lost. All meaning becomes meaningless. All attempts to describe or confine to words our condition will forever remain beyond our grasp. And anything said about it only makes it appear real.
Really? Really? I mean, that's just simply what seems to be happening there. A whole story about what it seems to do or not.
Of course,
So
of course.
We can talk 12 hours and still I mean, you never come somewhere than here.
I don't know where here is. Here is the imaginary place of an imaginary persona. I think this is the reason that some non-dual teachers commit suicide. Is the futility.
That's a pretty hard conclusion to make a statement that people make a suicide because of something. I mean, who knows this, Michael? Please tell
Oh,
me,
that's
who
true.
knows that
That's
it's
true.
because of a certain reason?
No, that's true. It's a speculation, of course, but there is a crushingness, a barren emptiness beyond words when it starts to dawn that no one has ever known or ever will know anything about who or what we are in this
Who
vast
knows that?
unknown.
Who knows that no one will know,
Well,
that there's nothing to know?
has anybody come close yet?
No, but I mean, so there's a statement, no one knows. Who knows that no one knows this?
Well, who can know anything about something that's imaginary?
Well, that's another knowing, right?
Well, it's a speculation. I'm suggesting that nothing can be known, that we mistake description. All we have is description. We don't know what electricity is, and we never will, because it doesn't exist as anything other than a name of an observation. There's no such thing as electricity. It's an observation. It doesn't exist as a separate thing. And we emerge only in a world of imaginary, separated objects. There's no such thing as a mountain. There's no line around a mountain. There's no line separating mountains. A line between a valley and a mountain doesn't exist. An ocean, there's no such thing as an ocean. There's no line that separates the Pacific from the Atlantic.
No, but claiming there is or there isn't is just simply what seems to be happening, right? Claiming there is, I mean, whatever has been said or not is just basically words, ideas, sounds, whatever you want to call it, beliefs, concepts, conclusions.
Just that. That's all we've got.
And this is already everything, so to say. So
Everything
saying
for
there's
us.
lines around mountains, or there are lines around mountains, and there is separation. So basically saying there's separation or there's no separation is already not separate, right? It's just simply this.
Apparently. We live in a world of appearances. We are the world of appearances. I believe our only connection is
Michael,
language.
Michael, hold on a sec, please, sweetheart. What does this mean? We live in a world of appearance. Who knows this? This is just a word said, you know?
Exactly.
And one thought after the other, imagination, trying to figure out what is an appearance, what is not. Just this.
Yeah. Agreed.
Boom.
Well, just this. Yeah, that's an occlusion.
Even not this, even not this, even not this.
Even not this. I mean, saying it's apparently happening, or it's an illusion, or it's a dream, or it's an imagination, or it's just this. I mean,
just how the cookie crumbles.
It's not a conclusion, but it may sound like a conclusion as a landing. Well, that's it too. Claiming it is a conclusion, or it's a concept, or it's a landing, or it's a belief, or it's an appearance. All that, so to say, is already just this.
Of course,
and there is not even a this.
Oh, even this, yeah. There's not even a this. So that leaves us with nothing. That leaves us.
What is nothing?
There is not a thing called nothing. What is nothing? What do you mean with nothing?
Okay, you can both go to your room now.
I love you, honey. But look, in this beautiful directness, sweetheart,
Yes,
in this
when I
beautiful directness, without any thought, any idea.
Okay.
I mean, what
But
a
when
beauty.
you
Tell me, what is nothing, Michael? What is nothing? Is there a thing called nothing or a no thing called nothing? Please.
It's just
explain.
an idea.
What is nothing? Yeah.
Oh, it's just an idea of the absence of things. And it's another thing itself. I'm suggesting all we have is ideas about things to deal with how we deal with things.
But that's already
language,
not a thing, right?
Of course. No, there's no things. There's no things except in the naming of them.
So who is there
I'd
to
love
deal
to hear
with things?
Oh, who knows? You know, any who's and whys seem to disappear.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear someone else's opinion here, other than mine.
We heard a
Michael.
lot, sweetheart, but you're simply too late.
You sweetheart. No, I'm just playing. I think we're all playing here. We all have different. We all live in a different world of unique names. So how we communicate, it all amazes me. My mountain is totally different than your mountain. I grew up in the Tetons of Wyoming, so that's what I see. I used to know the name of every one of the Tetons, and I thought that they were things, but they aren't. They aren't things. There's no such thing as a mountain. I used to go to, I think I've mentioned this in several meetings, to a philosophy class where I would offer the students $1,000 if they could think of anything that didn't have a name. And they get really excited about the $1,000, but not one of them ever could. Everything has a name. You look out into your world, you cannot find an unnamed object. I
What
thought
does
I
it
found
matter?
one once.
Sweetheart, Michael, Michael,
It's
What
Michael,
does it
sorry.
matter?
Sorry, Michael, while listening to you, here is like really being a student in a philosophy class.
Well, I suppose
I'm
we're
very
all that.
direct, sorry.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't
Because
think
it plays more kind of more direct. It's just all those ideas, thoughts. There is no mountain, there is a mountain. This is appearing, it's not appearing. This is just like so what to say, kind of dead. And here it's simply more vivid, you know.
What you're doing, Rosa, is looking at what you hear from me and suggesting you have a knowing of what's going on here.
No, it's just what's coming
you've
out.
gone, oh, I know, it's just coming out. But all we have with each other are the words that we hear from each other's world. And we have an image of that person in our mind from what they have been willing to tell us. That's the only thing we have of them. That's the only thing we have of our loved ones. Is an image.
No, Michael, I don't agree. It's not, I'm not having anything with another person. It's not, it's simply, it's not playing out here like this. It's just, there is really just this not to already. I cannot explain it better. There is no separation, and there is a talking and listening, but this is simply this directness in it.
Well, I would suggest we exist only in imaginary separation.
Well,
there is separation only in imagination.
Well, saying there's separation or no separation, or believing there's separation, or thinking there's separation, or feeling there's separation, is already not separate. It's already just, it's not separate from something else.
You're saying there's such a thing as oneness or allness then, which is the same.
No, not oneness or allness. I mean, you can you can call it oneness or allness or not,
or no separation.
I mean, it doesn't, you know, thinking or feeling or believing there's separation or not, it doesn't really change what is already just simply sitting and talking in a Zoom.
I'm suggesting there's not even what you call what is. That's just a formulation of concepts. It's meaningless. It has no meaning whatsoever.
Oh yeah,
it's no place.
Meaningless.
I think the mind can find a place to rest there and think that it has a picture of what's going on. I think it can fool itself into thinking, it's just this.
Yeah, what a beauty! What a beauty! It's what's happening, sweetheart.
Yeah,
it's not.
That's it.
It means nothing. Just this means nothing.
No, but I mean, so there's an idea that, so there's a claiming, I think, that it's just a resting place which you have found and you can rest there. Well, that's it. Beautiful.
I think that's what you have found. That
Yeah,
you
but
have
I'm-
found
I-
JusTThiS.
Yes, but I'm saying, well, that's just simply what seems to be happening there then, that
Yeah.
there is someone who found a resting
Well,
place.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
only thing we have is
Yeah.
temporary resting places. Without that, there's absolutely nothing. That's the crush that I talked about. The black wall that Nisargadatta speaks about. That's the end of objectification. That's the cliff beyond which we don't exist. That's the end of the world.
Who
That's
said
the
that?
end of the known world. Nisargadatta, the black wall. There is a point beyond which objectification cannot go. And that's the end of our world. We are confined to a world of main things. That's all we are. That's all the people we love are. Our memories. They're just memories and that create a persona. My grandchildren, I know that they don't exist as personas. They have beautiful bodies. We're all beautiful bodies. But the persona is an imaginary, mnemonic phantom. It doesn't exist. Now, that may appear like a resting place to you, but I am saying that that is just another objectification also. That we can never know anything about our condition because we don't have one.
Exactly. There's no one having a condition already.
No, it's true. How could there be? Michael,
Can I
it
can I have
has
a
this
question?
thinking. Oh, of course.
Of
Can I,
course.
yeah. Hi, Michael.
Adar.
Yeah, I just want to ask, what does it mean for you, Michael? Just this.
I'm sorry, I believe.
What does it mean for you? The word just this. What does it mean for you?
Oh,
when
JusTThiS. Yeah, JusTThiS to me is an objectification that tries to make sense out of this imaginary condition that we find ourselves in. All there is just this. It's just this. I hear that so often, especially among, it appears to me, a younger speaker. They think they found something in JusTThiS. That's all it is. But JusTThiS doesn't exist.
But I hear a
Just
lot. I hear a lot.
so
It's the brain. It's the brain.
is it an object for you? Just it means an object. Just this. What
No.
does it mean?
No, there are no objects except in the naming of them. Objectification is the naming and labeling of perceptions. And our language is a consensus conceptual
next
pseudo
time.
reality.
Yeah. Bye, Garrett.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Oh, you're leaving. He's leaving. Oh, darn it.
So Michael,
She
where's
was
the
leaving.
difference
Okay.
between saying it's just this or it's the brain?
No difference. No difference. I'm suggesting that everything said or shared is part of a pseudo reality, a shared dream of separation, whatever you want to call it. And all of those are just pointers, just suggestions to play on the edge of nothingness. How can we talk about nothing when nothing doesn't even exist? We are a paint by numbers painting that everyone paints. All of the people I've ever met, the new faces here have started to paint themselves into my memory. Everything said, truly, everything that Sander has ever said to me is part of the persona that I have for him. And Rosa too, this bubbling laughter and the light. That's all I'll ever know about her is her beauty, her smile, her boom. That's what Rosa is to me. And that's all Rosa could ever be. That's all we can ever be to each other, is a group of memories. that can be very depressing, I think. Very, it can add to our loneliness and our longing. But there's something that happens that's totally unreachable, where there is this peace that passes understanding, knowing that nothing can be known. And even that
Is a knowing.
is a belief, of course, an attempt to know.
So,
Yes.
sweetheart Michael, what are we talking about?
We are playing with language, and we're children playing with language, and people get so serious about their beliefs, and they get so defensive, and all the time, life is streaming by at its fast, beautiful unknowingness. I'm 81. I treasure every moment I'm alive. My curtains are closing. I have 10 doctors. My curtains are closing. Every morning I wake up and I think, oh my. And I look at my wife and she's 80 and she's so beautiful. And every moment we play together, she enjoys playing games on her iPad and I play with her because I like to be with her. Every moment is precious, and I don't try to think about things. The stuff just happens. It's
Beautiful,
delightful.
beautiful, Michael. Exactly. It just happens,
It
whatever
just
it
happens.
is.
So
Yeah.
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 What a
So
beauty.
what I'm doing, I'm worried about my hair because it's sticking up, which is
you
part
look
of my
great,
persona.
sweetheart. You look great.
My mom
well,
used to
yeah, that
do
was a
this.
little bit of suggestion, Michael, so to say.
Oh my God.
There's a Liebfrau milch, and I was going to make a Liebfrau spit that you could put your hair down with. Didn't everybody's mother do that when they were little?
No.
No.
No. Oh my
But when
God! It must be
I saw it, the first time, I was just like, oh my gosh.
Mike, and I remember even as a child going like this. Michael, did your mother do that to your hair when you were little? He's thinking. Maybe I'm the only one. Maybe it's a Wyoming thing. Well, I'll take that back. I never said that. Oh, you beauties. God, you're all so beautiful.
No, you never did.
I never did. I never did what? I'm sorry.
You never
Sander,
said
what
it.
did
No, you're correct. You never said it. You
No,
never.
I never
you
said
never
it.
said any.
Yeah.
Well, you said I will take it back. You never said it. Well, correct. You never said it, right?
Yeah. No, it happened. And I thought it happened to everybody. But then again, that's one of my assumptions that was untrue.
Yeah.
My goodness. Yeah, it's a good example.
So here there is something like assumptions and conclusions. They fall like rain and blow like the wind. It's just innocently happening, making conclusions and assumptions that this is because of that. All that is already just simply innocently, effortlessly arising, so to say.
Yeah, truly. I don't think we can live without them. I think that's who we are, is assumptions and conclusions.
Well,
we have
Michael,
those.
Michael, this is interesting. It's here. It's sorry, Sander, for interrupting. This is you always say this is what we are. This is who we are. And this here totally. It's very interesting because I simply noticed this, and and I really wonder for no reason. It's funny.
Yeah, it is funny, really. We're playing with language, which has definite limitation, unique to each of us. you people who are multilingual, you live in 2 or 3 worlds. A language is a world unto itself. You have German words that don't translate, and I don't know if English has any words that don't translate. I'm sure it does, but I don't know any. But you can communicate in 2 worlds, and I think they are different worlds. There's a commonality there, but language is itself a world, and we are worlds unto ourselves. We are universes unto ourselves. There's no escaping this loop, this mind loop that creates the persona. We are confined and defined by that. And all of those are conclusions granted. But again, again, they're pointing to this incredible freedom, a fearlessness. I talk to people that most people would avoid. There was a young man screaming in the sandwich shop the other day, and other people were shying away from me. A big guy with a beard, screaming, and he got closer and closer to me, and I thought, well, I'm just going to talk to him. I said, hello. He said, hi. I said, do you have Tourette's syndrome? He said, no. My life is hard. I said, I can see that. I can see that. And we talked, and his tone came down, and we had a wonderful conversation. And I don't remember what it was about. It wasn't cohesive, but he gentled down so much, and I fell in love with him. His father, who had been watching, said, leave him alone. And I thought he was talking to me, but he was talking to his son. And I said, as he approached, I realized he was talking to his son. I said, oh no, we're having a conversation. We're enjoying each other. And the father said, well, you watch him for a while. And then he went out the door. And so I thought, oh God, this poor father had to raise this son, which looked like he was 25 or 30, but his whole life. And he was old now. He was an old man, and worried, I'm sure, what was going to happen to this boy when he died. And my heart went out to the father and went out to the son. And they become part of who I am.
Beautiful,
That's all I am.
Michael. Michael, beautiful,
Michael.
sweetheart. Thank you for sharing. And cool that you managed to join here to share some beautiful
Oh.
thoughts. And yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rosa, thank you for this. I want to stop the meeting, so to say. We went a half an hour over time. It doesn't matter. You know, it just plays out that way. Michael, thank you for sharing the story.
Oh, I so wanted to hear everyone else.
Nice
there's
to
something
see you,
here.
sweetheart.
Well,
Oh, are we going to have a meeting on Friday, or are we sated with that?
Let's
no,
meet on Friday. Let's meet on Friday. I will message you again. Sander,
Wonderful.
would you maybe close up this thing with a few sentences? Well, then I can do this, no problem.
Well,
or maybe Hadar or Michael, Jeffrey.
well, I just want to. I was just thinking, you know, to close something. I mean, whatever the hell that means, but
Exactly.
I mean, there's nothing to close, you know. But okay,
You say, okay, goodbye.
For the sake of the idea or belief that there is something to close, thank you everybody for joining tonight. It was a pleasure to hear all the beautiful stories and ideas and whatever is coming up. Thank you. It was such a pleasure.
Yes. Beautiful.
I loved it.
Thank you, Sander.
And
thank you.
yeah, thank you
Sander.
everybody, and thank you,
Thank you,
Michael.
Rosa.
Until the next time.
Yeah.
Have a beautiful day, night,
Cool.
whatever, wherever.
Like you say, Sander, that's it. That's it, folks. That's all, folks.
That's
The
it.
cartoon.
That's it,
I love
folks.
you.
I love that. That's
Bye
it.
bye.